Hi guys, Zora here. So today I want to share with you a recipe for AIP crackers. A couple of weeks ago I started the AIP diet. I started with the elimination phase and it seemed like a lot because I had to immediately get rid of gluten, grain, so all the bread and pasta that was out of the window, no dairy, no eggs, and it just seemed like a lot. So I needed something that would still remind me like I can eat like I used to, and I wanted something like bread or crackers. So I found this recipe and I'm going to show you today. We have done actually a batch last week with Abby. This is how they look. They are a little tougher, so I suggest let's roll them out really thinly, maybe only like a 2 or 3 millimeters. Let's make them really thin, but they are super tasty. They have some garlic and some rosemary. So what goes in it? Cassava flour, half a cup. Then arrowroot powder, also half a cup. Then we're gonna put olive oil, about 8 tablespoons of olive oil, and also cold water, about 8 tablespoons of cold water. Actually, it's going to be 4 tablespoons of olive oil and 8 tablespoons of cold water. And you just kind of have to, with the water, you have to kind of judge it. You might have to add a little more water or add a little more flour. Then we're going to put a 1/4 teaspoon of sea salt, and then a little bit of rosemary and garlic powder. So I actually did not have rosemary powder. So I just took the whole rosemary and I just kind of crushed them up, you know, in my hand as much as I could. And we're gonna put 1/2 teaspoon of rosemary and 1/2 teaspoon of garlic powder in it. So let's start. Okay, here we go. So let's start with the cassava flour. We're gonna put 1/2 cup in. You can also easily double up the recipe. So that's the cassava flour. Arrowroot, it's like a thickener. It's actually used a lot in Asia. It's called kudzu, and it's a really nice healthy thickener. So that's the arrowroot, also 1/2 cup. Okay, so this looks pretty good. It kind of is a balance between having it too wet but also too dry, because if it's too dry then it's going to be crumbly when we roll it, and if it's too wet then that's not going to work either. So I'm just going to still add a little bit of water. If you overdo the water, if you put too much water in it, then you just go back to the flour and put a little bit of cassava flour in it. But maybe that's what happened right now, but I will see. So I kind of collect all of it that I have here. And this is a little sticky, but I think I will go with it. And what you want to use, parchment paper, because it would be totally hard to get it off your counter. So you do want to use a parchment paper. And we're going to start rolling it on the parchment paper. So now I use something like this just to cut it into basically squares. You can do the size you like. All these are going to be kind of small. It's okay. Oops, this one is going to be a big one. That's just fine. Whoops. Okay. I'm not very good with this thing, but it doesn't matter. It doesn't really matter. Now, also if you go slower and it's a little more success. Oops. Okay. Fork. baking sheet. So this is what we got. It's nicely prepared. Now we're gonna bake it for about 15 to 20 minutes. You wanna watch it so you don't burn it. At conventional bake for about at 400. So at 400 Fahrenheit for about 15 to 20 minutes.